If you're thinking of teaching English online or you're a new ESL teacher, this video is a must watch. I've been teaching English online for 4 years and I'm sharing the 10 things that I wish I knew before I started teaching English online. If you can do these things, you are going to learn what's really in store for you and level up in your online English teaching career so much faster than I did. Take it from me, learn from my mistakes, and from all the things that I wish I'd have known when I was a beginner. Also, if you're wondering what are the top online English companies with the highest pay, definitely check out this video or be sure to join my online teacher freelance freedom course. Are you ready? Let's go. What's up? I'm Danie of Hey Danie J. I help people build lives of freedom through teaching English online and also building scalable brands on YouTube. All right, here are the 10 things that I wish I knew before becoming an online English teacher. Coming in at number 1, I wish I knew before I started teaching online that policies change all the time. Online English teachers are most often hired as independent contractors. So with all the companies that I work for, which I'll get into in a second, I am an independent contractor. That means that it's very easy for companies to change policies whenever they feel like it. You have a lot less pull as an independent contractor. So know that going in. For example, VIP Kid used to offer $10 per trial sign-on for new students, and then all of a sudden they changed it to $5 instead of $10. Well, I'm an independent contractor. I can't really do anything about it. This job is so flexible. You can take it anywhere if you have a computer and Wi-Fi. So I love online teaching, but that's one of the main cons. And I feel like if you know it up front, it's less likely to really upset you and you just kind of expect it and know that policies might change. And that really leads us into the second thing that I wish I knew before teaching English online. Number 2 is that most online English teachers work for more than one company in order to increase job stability. So like I said, policies are changing a lot. This is something that I didn't know going in. I didn't realize that a lot of my colleague teacher friends were working with more than one company or they had contracts with multiple companies. So as an independent contractor, what's really nice is that you're not bound to one company. Me right now, I've got contracts with 4 companies. Having contracts with different companies allows you to do a number of things. Number 1, like I said, increase job stability. If policies change with one company, you can turn around and quickly open hours with another. But what I really also love about having multiple contracts is you can kind of leverage them against each other. So like I started off as a teacher with VIP Kid, and then when I added on GoGo Kid, I was able to get a higher base rate pay because I came to GoGo Kid now with some experience teaching ESL online. So it was awesome. I was making way more money with GoGo Kid, and I still do make way more money with GoGo Kid than with VIP Kid. So you can kind of leverage your pay as you add on companies. So I highly recommend if you are getting into teaching English online, start with the company that aligns with you the most, get a feel for it, and then add on another company once you feel comfortable. I have helped loads of people who've never taught ESL online before teach for GoGo Kid, and that's the company that I really recommend. They pay well, the curriculum is great, so if you were wanting help with that, I would love to be your referrer through it. You can sign up with my code below and I will email you resources, and if you've already started, you can always shoot me an email and I'll send over some cutouts, and I even offer demo reviews. So if that's something you're interested in, you can check that out, and I have loads of videos about GoGo Kid and other companies as well. The third thing that I wish I knew before teaching ESL online is that it takes about 1 to 2 months to really build up a student pool. So I freaked out when I started teaching for VIP Kid. I went in knowing nothing and I opened hours and I was like,
where are all the students at? Why has nobody booked me?
It takes a little bit. You want to make sure you have a strong profile. Unless you're with a company like Magic Ears where they book for you, a lot of companies, you have to create a nice profile like VIP Kid, GoGo Kid, Palfish, and then parents pick you and book you. So it takes about 1 to 2 months, so know that going in, it's going to take a little time for you to build up the student pool, have some trial students, convert them, and then build up a following. Interesting little tidbit for you though, if you are a male teacher, I have found that actually takes you like half the time because there are fewer male online English teachers, so you're in more of a demand. So actually you book a little bit faster as a new teacher than I've seen female teachers. So just something I've noticed, so take that as you will. The fourth thing that I wish I knew before teaching English online is that I did not need to spend loads of time creating rewards and graphics for my classes. Ooh, let me tell you, I have a blog post that you are going to want to read that talks all about Google Slide rewards. I can't believe I spent like 2 years not knowing about Google Slide Rewards as an ESL teacher. So Google Slide Rewards are rewards that teachers have made and you can use on an iPad or on your phone, and they're really fun and interactive, and there's thousands of different rewards that you can use, and you don't have to prepare anything because teachers have already done all the work for you. So if you're like, what? I know, it's awesome. So check out the blog post so you can learn all about how you can utilize that. Not all companies have Google Slide rewards that are pre-made for you, but a lot do. So check out that blog post and you can read more about it. My favorite Google Slide rewards are ones where you can like build something. So it's really fun. The student can pick between like what kind of arms they want the robot to have or what dress to put on the panda bear. They're so fun. The other resource that I didn't know about in the beginning was Canva. So I have Canva up on my phone, and instead of printing out a bunch of graphics or clip art before class, I just pull it up on Canva on my phone, and it takes me literally a minute to pull up, and then I can scroll through it throughout the class and just hold it up to the camera. So Google Rewards and Canva are gonna be your best friend teaching English online. Ooh, and very environmentally friendly, so check. The fifth thing that I wish I knew before I started teaching English online is you need a headset with a mute button. I spent 2 years with a headset without a mute button. This thing is gonna save your life, I'm telling you. Okay, dramatic, but it makes such a difference if you travel, if you have a dog, if you have kids. If you press the mute button on the mic, it actually won't show up in the ESL software. So usually with a lot of these companies, you're not allowed to mute. They don't want to see you mute yourself. But if you press this button, they don't know you've muted yourself. So you can be talking and maybe the dog's barking. You can mute yourself for a second and then keep talking. Or you can mute yourself while the student's talking if there's construction in the background. I like this mic, it's the M-POW, but there's a bunch of mics on Amazon that have this function. You can find the link below, or you can check out my blog post of all of the things in my classroom that I use. I have this listed. It's so helpful. I can't express enough how this will save you from getting negative reviews because you can mute out any noise while the student's talking or in between you talking. The sixth thing that I wish I knew before teaching English online is that external webcams actually make you have less IT issues. What? I did not know this. Again, there were like, I feel like a year or two where I was a little bit clueless. I had always used my internal mic and my MacBook, and my MacBook would heat up really fast, and often it would freeze in class, and it would cause some IT issues, and that was always a huge pain. And as soon as I got an external camera, and I actually got the camera for my YouTube channel, and I started teaching with it too, my computer didn't heat up as fast, and I stopped having IT issues, and my computer stopped freezing. And I asked around, and teachers said that the same thing happened to them. They also noticed this trend when they had an external camera, they had way fewer IT issues, and their computer was working less hard. So I highly recommend getting an external camera. I like the Logitech cameras. I have them linked up above or down below. I actually have a video that shows you the settings that I'm using. This camera right now is a Logitech C922, but if you're just starting out, you don't need an expensive camera. There's, again, loads on Amazon, and as long as they shoot in 1080p, usually that's going to be really high quality and it's going to look great for your classes and will cause less IT issues, like I said. The seventh thing that I wish I knew before teaching English online is that mobile hotspots come in clutch when you are traveling. So if you're like me and you're like a digital nomad some of the time, or you're living overseas, I always recommend getting a cell phone plan wherever you are, just in case like there's a power outage. In Vietnam, there used to always be just like random power outages, and then I would lose Wi-Fi connection, and I wouldn't want to get doc pay for class or get a bad review, and so I'd quickly turn on my mobile hotspot on my phone, and then I would teach from that with a ring light up. So mobile hotspots, awesome and very helpful in those maybe times of need where you're going to be somewhere and you don't know how the connection's going to be. I don't recommend teaching on it all the time, but it's going to save you some IT issues. And also having a ring light, again, because you never know when the power's going to go out if you're traveling like me. So those two things are really going to help save you. The eighth thing that I wish I knew before teaching English online is that burnout is going to happen. And so it is okay to change up your hours or take off some time. I used to always be really afraid once I was getting into teaching that if I took time off or I changed up my hours, I was going to lose all of my regulars and have to start from zero again. And that's just not the case. As you build up with a company, if you have to change your hours, with most companies, that's totally fine. You're in control of your own schedule. And Some of your regulars are going to follow you and some won't, but guess what? You'll get new regulars in that new time slot that you start to open up and book. So don't worry if you want to change up hours, you have to take time off. It's only going to help you be a better teacher, and burnout is really a thing with online teaching. It's a lot and it can be draining. So make sure that you give yourself a little bit of time and you don't overwork yourself. The ninth thing that I wish I knew before teaching English online is that there is a massive community of helpful teachers that share tips and tricks on Instagram. It is amazing. So this job can be kind of lonely because obviously you're an independent contractor, you're working from home or wherever you are in the world, but there's a massive community on Instagram that I've been able to connect with. And I wish going in that I knew that I could connect with all these people as a newbie teacher, because I would have been that much more able to excel faster with people that were filming when in between classes or just sharing tips of their day. It allows for this camaraderie and feeling less lonely, and also helps you level up and have a bunch of helpful people that you can ask questions to. So if you're like, well, how do I find these people? You can actually just go on Instagram and then search in the name of the company and you'll see loads of profiles come up. Click on some of them, follow them, start a conversation with somebody. I'm telling you, the teachers on Instagram are so helpful. The 10th thing that I wish I knew before teaching English online is just how much it prepares you to be an entrepreneur. I cannot believe how much teaching English online has changed my entire life. It allowed me to learn so many skills with technology, with marketing myself for classes. I really was able to build the business I have now based off the fundamentals that I learned from teaching English online, and especially too from referring. By telling other people about this job, I learned how to market myself. I learned how to promote something and how to share my opinions online and how to get on camera. I love teaching English online, and I'm telling you, if you want to be a teacher entrepreneur, if you want to build passive income in another way, it is such a wonderful job because you're in control of your schedule. So you can teach when you need to, and then you can work on your other projects or your other jobs on the side over here. So I'm telling you, I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't think I'd even be in it this long, and it has literally changed my life. It was the best thing I could have ever done, and it has allowed me to connect with so many amazing teachers and entrepreneurs in this industry. It's the best decision I ever made, and if you are thinking about teaching English online, let me tell you, it is so worth it. So now that you're ahead of the game because you know all of these 10 things going in, you are destined to succeed. If you have any questions about specific companies, again, definitely check out this video. You can always shoot me a comment down below. And while you wait for my next video, be sure to check out these other videos, and I will see you next time.